Hey y'all, welcome to this weekly vlog this week. It's Monday morning. I wanted to do some skincare. I have a meeting this morning and some other fun things going on today. So I wanted to do some skincare. So I don't usually wash my face in the morning. I just kind of take a wet towel, do a very light and simple, refreshing clean. And then it's pretty much vitamin C, hydration, and sunscreen. I have been loving this Ren Vitamin C Daily Glow. I feel like it's super gentle, for me at least, for how much I've been using it. And very, very hydrating, smells delicious, feels fabulous on the skin. So I like to apply vitamin C during the day to pair with my sunscreen to help with brightening and sun protection. So I have a meeting today. I have Pilates, which should be very fun. And then I have a jazz concert tonight. I'm just trying to use up this peptide serum, 6 peptide skin booster by CosRx. I feel it's super liquidy. It's definitely not anything like my snail mucin that I love, but I do want to go ahead and use it up. Snail mucin time. CosRx. Neutrogena Hydro Boost. I love how cooling, refreshing, and juicy this is. I had a lot of goals for 2025, but one of the two big takeaways in terms of Seattle and my, fun life was finding very good Italian food and checking out more jazz clubs. I've heard of several places that do jazz for free or have weekly jazz. I'm also fine to pay a cover as well, but tonight we have a free jazz down in Pioneer Square, so me and a couple friends are going to check that out. And in between that I have Pilates, which I'm going to die, but it's really important for me to keep doing Pilates. I think I really need that core work and core strength, and I'm going with some friends that haven't done it before, so I'm really curious to see if they love it or hate it. It has been probably about a week since I vlogged or checked in. I just went and peeked over and enjoyed a very beautiful waterfront sunset. I wanted to check out Pier 66, and yeah, I want to come back here again. I have a couple days before my trip to Phoenix, and I don't know how I'm gonna get everything done. I just keep loading up on more things. I had an impromptu, I had to run down to Tacoma and plan today, and thankfully on my way up, I was like, I'm gonna catch sunset, so I'm glad I came. I was really just you should go home, you should focus on the things you need to get done, you want to get done, but I do really feel it when I don't shoot or have photos to edit for a little bit. I really miss sitting down and going through and editing some photos every day that I'm home, so this will be good. And just like I feel like I say in all of my videos, like another reminder to go out, shoot sunset, to push. So I have 2 busy days tomorrow, Wednesday and Thursday. So I have things during the day. I'm starting a new project. I have evening plans each night. So I don't know when I'm going to finish planning my trip, pack, and I have to pick up some items because I fly out on Friday. It's a bit much, but I'm very excited for a lot of desert photography in Phoenix. Of course, I'm very excited to see family. My goal is to pack the bag and just have camera stuff ready at the helm. I really need to put gloves in there. It was so windy. I don't need my sunglasses. It's dark now. It was so windy up on top of Pier 66 that it was difficult to hang out there. But yeah, I just gotta do more of this stuff. So I'm heading home and I'm going to be have a cozy dinner and do a lot of planning for my next 2 days and try and just get everything in order before traveling to the desert. So yeah, let's go home. I'm so ready to be home. Like summer in my car. It smelled like summer road trip, like a little bit of floral. The AC running has this kind of particular scent to it. I have several pairs of shoes in the car that probably need to be better cleaned. Anyway, it is Thursday. I haven't been vlogging this much the past 2 weeks as I have hoped. I've done just a lot of really tiny, unexciting, fun things. This past weekend was quite relaxing. It was super stormy, though I did get to meet up with some old friends. I don't get to see that often. And yeah, otherwise I think the highlight would be going to jazz. I am really excited to do this again once I have another free Monday to do so. It was so cool. I don't know what I'm getting into, so I just invite people. And so first the house band plays, and then when you come in, they're like, are you gonna play? And you can sign up, and whatever instrument you are, you just play jazz with other people. So everybody plays a song, they go up, they call names, you know, so-and-so on trumpet, so-and-so on piano, so-and-so on drums, and then you all just decide on something to play and you jam out. I was talking about how, like, for 2025, my 2 big highlights, like Seattle-based highlights, are like to find really good Italian food or like casual Italian, and to find jazz. And this kind of scratched the itch with the improvisation of it all. It's like karaoke, but for jazz artists. Like, it was amazing. And the session's only 2 hours and they're free. They have a lot of other different concerts, but that was what we went to. Like I said, I am over the moon. I want to invite even more people to go. Yeah, I feel like it completely scratched that itch. I spent the day in the South, and I have kind of like an awkward amount of time to kill before I have book club tonight in the International District, which should be really fun. I'm currently in Beacon Hill. We should be getting a pretty good sunset. It's 5:10, and sunset should be coming at 5:50. I'll be going over to the Jose Rizal Bridge for like a skyline, and there's hopefully some good chunky clouds that can create some pretty dynamic colors. That's what I'm hoping for. The book that I have for book club tonight is The Measure. This came out in 2022, so it's about one day a bunch of boxes show up at people's doorsteps, and inside is a string showing the length of their life and how that affects the people in the story that we're talking about, and how it affects like society and countries and politics as a whole. So I think this is actually a very great book for book club. There's a lot of interesting discussion points within the book, but also broader speaking, which I think is like the best kind for book club. I hope that I don't get picked I'm gonna ask to be picked for next book club because I want to suggest Everything is Tuberculosis by John Green, because my goal is to be the nonfiction, the nonfiction selections for book club, which I know is a tough sell. I figured something like a John Green book on light medical history might be digestible. So the sun slivered out of one cloud and it should duck down behind another little strip of clouds. So I want to head to the bridge and kind of get set up where I want to be for sunset, shoot a time lapse, and get some nice photos, and then head over to the International District. Out what jacket to bring because I need something. It is unusually hot again for Seattle, but I can't just go in full-blown summer attire, so I think I might just try and get away with this. I wish I had a softer jacket like this that is good for like medium weather, just kind of like chilly weather. I should be able to wear this with a couple of my different outfits. Oh, I was gonna bring one white sweater, and I think that was gonna help if I was actually cold in Phoenix, which it should be in the 80s, so I'm not anticipating that, but I am feeling quite physically uncomfortable today, so I just want to have a easy, comfy traveling outfit for the day. So I'm in leggings and a top. I am heading to Phoenix for about a week. That'll be its own video. I'm really excited to photograph the desert and the sunsets. And speaking of sunsets, last night was pretty funny in terms of like all the good clouds that I wanted started over the skyline and then moved away. And as you could see, like there was quite the colorful and vibrant sunset over by the stadiums, but not really the best spot for where I was that evening. But a couple days ago when I was at Pier 66, that really would have been the view, I think. Maybe I won't be so certain and so hard on myself. But that's the thing with sunsets is you gotta just go out and try. You'll always get something different with the clouds or the time of year, or there's just always, it's always good to go. So after shooting sunset, I was about to leave and then I ran into somebody who had their own camera equipment and a tiny little vlog camera, and I was like, this dude looks slightly familiar. And he's actually somebody who I watch his YouTube videos. He's another Seattle-based photographer, and he's made videos about some locations that I am like that I hadn't heard of before. So I go up to him and I'm like, are you by chance? And it was, and we started chatting. I'll leave him link down below. But I just thought that was so funny and cool, and we had like a lovely conversation about sunsets and shooting and Seattle and all that stuff. It was a really charming encounter. I almost didn't. I almost was like, I'm pretty sure it's him, but I have to go to book club. I am, but then I've been thinking about, people always make videos or posts about like lessons I would tell my younger self. And I have been thinking about things that I would like to learn from my younger self and kind of remember a lot, my younger self was not perfect, but I think there were a lot of good quality traits that she had that I need to embrace again. And one of those is to be bold. There have been a couple times where I've just stopped halfway because feeling like insecure. I haven't pushed myself in a way. And so while I was walking up to him in my head, I was like, you know, be bold, be young, be bold. Be young, be bold, put yourself out there, put yourself out there. I feel like that's been a very loud message in my head. It's just like, show up, put yourself out there, be bold, be bold, be bold. So yeah, I've been thinking a lot about lessons from my youth, or lessons from like if I had I think there's a trend going on right now where it's like I met up with my 15-year-old self or my younger self, and we had coffee and you know, pontificating life or whatnot. But so I've just been thinking about what I would hear from my younger version, and like what I am missing from my past that I could still incorporate. I had to dip for book club. I went to Killig in the International District, and oh my god, they had pandan soda and it was to die for. It was so heavenly. It had this really refreshing citrusy grassy herbal note, and then it kind of finished with this creamy vanilla note. Oh, so perfect. And this is non-alcoholic. I was not feeling any booze last night, but you could add booze if you wanted. And then my friends got some food, and the chicken wings were so cool. They were sour, which I wasn't expecting, but once I understood the tamarind was sour and then to put on some hot honey glaze, I was like, oh yeah, I dig these, hell yeah. And then I was just feeling, I just had a big sweet tooth. So I got the ube panna cotta, which was heavenly, and the toppings were fabulous. So there were corn chips on it, which I think really made me very happy with having that crunchy texture note on the creamy base that is the panna cotta. Within the panna cotta there was also sago, which is something I've been loving. And can you buy sago pearls out in the wild? I haven't been able to find them, but would love to kind of make them at home. I have to pack. The other day I went to Pike Place because I wanted to get some gifts for the family that I'm staying with in Arizona. So I went to Totem Smokehouse for some smoked salmon. It doesn't need to be refrigerated, and it's ready to eat. So I think it's like the best of both worlds. It's like not a very fussy gift, and I feel like smoked salmon is such like an icon of the Pacific Northwest. It has Pike's Place on it. They had several different box varieties and little cases and different fish and flavorings and stuff. And I got chatting with two of the people that work there, and I don't know, it was just so lovely and wonderful. And then I wanted to get some like local chocolates or whatnot, so I went downstairs to Indy and got a little truffle box. And again, the guy working there was also really charming. So just a reminder to need to keep going to Pike Place. When I went, it was around 2 or 3 o'clock on a Wednesday, so it was pretty, and it's in the winter time, so pretty sparse, not too overcrowded. But yeah, it was charming to talk to the smaller vendors and to bring some like local goods. I was really looking for Theo's chocolate because I want to get my aunt a little bit more than just these truffles, but I couldn't really find any within Pike Place. Theo's Chocolate was a local Seattle chocolate factory, but they got bought and have left to California so that they can produce more chocolate bars. You know, they can distribute more. So they shut down the chocolate factory here. I actually have a video about that. But I do love their chocolate bars, and I'm hoping there'll be some at the airport so I can snag her some there. So the least like a Seattle gift, but still kind of feels Seattle-y, and you know, who doesn't love chocolate? So I desperately need to pack and then hit the airport. Go to the airport. I need to stop last minute packing because that's when the overpacking begins, but that'll be for my next trip. So I have on a pair of pants, but I have 2 pairs of pants for hiking, bras, socks, pajamas. I'm bringing 4 dresses, 3 skirts, 3 shirts for combinations. I just really want to be comfy, so I'm bringing options, which is a luxury that dies when you don't have space. So I'm hoping to fill it all in, and just like my rule of thumb, always bring a bathing suit. I'll always bring a going out dress. Since it'll be hot weather and dress skirt season, 100% needed to pull this out. This is the Mega Babe Thigh Rescue Anti-Friction Stick. This is a lightsaber. I feel like I don't have that much, but it should last for this trip. And I always forget it in the winter time because I don't wear it in the winter time.